Enshrouded recently released one of their biggest updates yet, and this update introduced a ton of new and exciting features to the game. I, for one, have been really enjoying playing around in the new mountain biome, exploring and finding all the hidden secrets. Today, I think it'd be really cool to go over some of the many features this update introduces into the game. Souls of the Frozen Frontier brought in filler NPCs, characters that are potentially family members of the crafting cast you previously knew. If you find them and bring them back to life, they can give you quests to find their outfits out in the world. This is really neat because it's introduced several new outfits which you can play with, and going out to get them is a neat little treasure hunt in itself. This is one of my favorites here, mainly because it's cute. But if you have two of the same tamed animals and additional beds, every night there is a small chance for your animals to produce offspring. There are now craftable fireworks you can make, which is great for celebrations. You can make these in The Alchemist. NPCs can now move around your base and sleep at night. This is really neat, however I find this a bit frustrating when it comes to my crafters. Thankfully, there's actually a solution to this because in the summoning staff you can adjust the meters NPCs will explore. And for your crafters, you can just set this to 0 and then re-summon them. Then they stay put instead of running off and now you can't find them. At the top of the mountain, there is a huge boss, and this boss is like no other creature in Enshrouded. The fight is incredibly cool. You definitely need to prepare for it well or get burnt to a crisp. It involves phases of stunning the dragon, different attack patterns, and it is incredibly in-depth. It's the greatest challenge in the game so far. Definitely give it a try. And don't forget a flame altar and a workbench when you go up there so you can travel back any time and restock. Cats and dogs got introduced into this update and you can actually find them in multiple different colors. They usually are in locations you have quested in or near for the specific NPC. So alchemist quests for cats, hunter quests for dogs. They also have a cool and cute buff if you pet them, which can give you quite the health boost. There are 6 new building blocks in the game. This includes granite block, polished granite block, conifer block, obsidian block, granite shingle, granite ornamented roof, and these can all be found in the new biome. I will have a video out on them very soon, so subscribe if you'd like to catch that video. This update came in with a whole host of graphical changes to make the game more crisp. Item pictures also look a lot more clean now, like indigo and sage used to be really similar purple, and now it's very different. If you build in shroud materials at your base, it should no longer play an eerie soundtrack. I remember this well when I had a bone block basement. It sounded really creepy. Now, Enshrouded is a big game with hours of content to play through, but Keen have actually done a really good job compressing this down. My current game sits at 31 gigabytes in size, which is quite small in comparison to other games in the same genre of similar size. To compare, Nightingale, which also came out at the same time period of Enshrouded, and is under the same survival genre umbrella, sits at 56 gigabytes. In this update, they have also further improved this number by introducing a new voxel compression method to use less disk space, which I honestly really appreciate them continue to work on this and make sure the game is a well put together and sturdy experience. Up in the highest peaks, there is a new system that works like a harsher version of the Shroud, which will only affect you at higher altitudes, and this is the frost debuff. Stay too long without proper equipment in the snow and you will become an ice block. Hypothermia is absolutely brutal. Did you like the bard from the previous updates? Well, this has been expanded upon with 4 new findable songs in the mountain region. These songs are Silent Echo, Lonely at the Top, Market on a Winter's Day, and Blood in the Snow. You can now find pumpkins in sweet little houses all around Albaneve. These often come with a carved pumpkin decoration you can pick up for some new recipes. There are now new skill points up for grabs and new elixir wells to defeat. This will help you greatly in improving your skill tree. There is a new skill to learn in the middle of your skill tree that allows you to grapple enemies to you, or for bigger targets, you into them when they're further away. So in case you wanted a bit of spicy combat and you're a melee person, this could be ideal. You can't miss this next one because you've probably gotten soaked already, which I must say is actually quite brutal in the new cold biome. But weather! You can now experience rain, fog, and snowfall in this update, and I honestly think it's been done really well, especially the rain as it's soft in sound. Once you've reached maximum flame level, it will now allow you to build 10 flame altars across the land, making for some extra handy respawn points. You might have noticed by now, but you can actually get turbulence whilst flying on your glider. This can cause you to veer off to the left or to the right when flying. Up in the mountains, you can use this to your advantage as there are gusts of wind that you can ride on your glider to get higher up over the vast valleys. You can now parry certain enemy projectiles. A good example of this is the new dragon boss, which you can ping its fiery balls back into it to stun it. Epic musical instruments can now be found around the world. These give better buffs than the normal ones you have previously obtained. You can use iced over rivers as a fun ice skating rink. Travel from the very top and slide all the way down into the shroudy pools below. The level cap has now raised from the previous level 25. We have gained 10 more levels, making it possible to level up to level 35. This should really help with the new content because a lot of the creatures up there are also in the 30s, so you definitely need these levels. Pressing the escape key whilst you're in a single player session now pauses the game. You can actually get the goat outfit Twitch drop without watching any Twitch streams. Excuse me? I actually think this was intended for after the drops run out and, you know, when they're in that unobtainable period. But yeah, you could just casually find them around in locations around the map in the mountain biome, which is, you know, there you go. Have some more, I guess. If you quest and hunt around the points of interest in Albaneve, you can find some pretty decorative wall pieces, like the flame mosaic, the big old alchemist map, and this pretty artwork. If you're confused where to find the frames, by the way, and I was, because I had a period of time where I was like, where's the frames? I don't know where they are. Well, to be honest, whoever gave you that mission to find that artwork will usually have the crafting board, the frame, that thing, yes, for the artwork. So for me, it was in the alchemist, but I had to find some like conifer wood for it to unlock first. So I was like, oh, okay, I understand now. I don't know, maybe that will help you, hopefully. Either way, that is some of the new features I wanted to highlight about this new update. Let me know if there are some interesting ones you found that I've missed in this video. I'd love to hear about all the cool things you're enjoying in this update. By the way, that's all from me today. If you like this video, smash a like on it. It will really help me out. And if you want some Enshrouded guides, well, I do have a lot of them. So definitely give them a browse and subscribe if you're interested. Either way, thank you for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!